Building a well-rounded child is our primary goal. We want school to be an incredibly fun place for them to be, that the joy is palpable and that when you walk in, you feel like you're being hugged. And we also want learning experiences that are rigorous and that we're pushing scholars to their limits.
The first thing that we did when we went out to redesign and to innovate how we do things here is to address the attitude that students have about school.
Is C.
Go get your iPad. Zeke, you ready?
I love the idea that they call the kids scholars. So that's already something that they know that they're achieving and they're moving towards is being scholarly. So their morning assemblies every Monday and every Friday are just the best.
The level of rigor and the high expectations that they have for their students in terms of kids becoming independent learners. I think it's amazing to see the transformation in that school and to see how much the kids have grown.
We're not just preparing them for 6th grade. We're preparing them for 7th grade, 8th grade, high school, for college, beyond. We're training the engineers, the scientists, the doctors.
We just did algebra yesterday, and they also, in reading, they give us really hard questions.
It's the first elementary school in Denver that has rolled out a one-to-one iPad program, which is providing opportunities for students to get the targeted supports that they need.
Being one-to-one helps us do our job smarter and more efficiently so that we can target kids where they are and help support them better than we ever have been able to in public education.
Instead of working to create the dots for our children day after day after day, we are now available 100% of the time to connect those dots.
To be in the #1 school receiving this technological advance in terms of kids learning to use their iPads in kindergarten, in ECE, I think it's an incredible opportunity for my child to become literate in all the ways she'll need in the modern world.
Having 2 teachers in a classroom is probably one of the greatest changes that I've ever sort of worked with in education because we are so much better able to meet the needs of all the students. I am the person in charge of read aloud and writing, and then the associate educator is in charge of science and social studies. We both share math, and then we both share reading groups.
I have both lead teaching opportunities and a lot of support opportunities, making sure that every student is following along with where the teaching is happening and that every student is being successful.
It's caused me as a teacher to be more reflective as well, because I have to always be ready to answer any questions that an associate educator has, right? Like, why did you do that? How do you think that went? How can we do things differently?
Nice. Good job.
It's just really cool. I think it pushes both of us to become better teachers.
So the 2-teacher model is one of the things that we're most proud of here at Ashley Elementary. We can group kids where they are academically, meet them there, and then build them up.
What I like about the teachers is that they make us laugh, they keep us on task, they make sure that we're doing good in school, and they help us a lot.
Students are provided with so many different opportunities every day to grow and persevere in all different areas, and the school is really working to cultivate the whole child and give them opportunities to succeed in all different disciplines.
We've very purposefully created a partnership with Denver School of the Arts so that our scholars are engaging with the majors that DSA offers, so that by the time they get to 5th grade, the option is actually there for them to audition and ultimately get into Denver School of the Arts.
We know that the arts really contribute to student success and carries over not only from the arts but to the academic areas. We have the partnership that exists as an after-school program, but we also have the partnership that exists as a summer program and summer camp for students. So we have a pretty intensive 6-week summer camp that helps really reinforce that exposure to the arts with the students. And ultimately our goal is that those kids go through the 7-year program and graduate from Denver School of the Arts.
When we began, 33% of families who actually lived in the neighborhood did not send their scholars to our school. In 3 years, that number has decreased to the single digits, and in fact, this year we're the fastest growing elementary school in Denver Public Schools and the second fastest growing school overall in Denver Public Schools. ECE, kindergarten, and first grade, the achievement gap that once existed is being closed. And in the upper grades 2, 3, 4, 5, we're working to push those scholars who are already where they need to be and remediate for those scholars who have gaps that exist.
So we decided to extend our day, but it's not for our core classes. It's for students to take about 45 minutes of an enrichment that they choose each day of the week that's either movement, art, music-based.
They give you certain opportunities that you wouldn't get at other schools. We can learn French or Spanish. The last 45 minutes of the day we can do fun stuff for enrichment, and it's just a fun school to go to.
Ashley has a focus on developing the whole child, and that includes physical education. We make it a point to provide physical education for our students, and we really try to make it as meaningful and fun for them as possible.
Ashley has really pioneered a number of innovative solutions in the district. One-to-one iPad program, associate teachers in all of our early grade classrooms. There are a number of elements of Ashley's programming that are fairly unique.
I think Ashley, as a school, really honors the individuality in each student. And then within that honoring, creates community in a way that I haven't seen in another school.
We're diverse racially, we're diverse socioeconomically, and we're diverse culturally. And that provides the best type of learning environment, not only for our scholars, but for our teachers and for our families.
I feel like what they're creating right now, what they're establishing right now, if it continues, Ashley's going to be one of the best schools here in DPS.
It really does offer a school curriculum that's very different from the other elementary schools that are in this area. And a couple of the differences that I think are exciting is it has a diverse student body. That's a very rich experience for students and for parents.
Ashley, I feel like, has wrapped their collective arms around my daughter and created a safe, loving, very academically challenging environment for her where she is thriving.
I think we're a really, really special school because of the feeling that we have when we walk in the building.
Students are always learning, no matter what time of the year it is, and that they're always getting better and growing.
When I grow up, one thing that I really have my eye focused on is being an author, and Ashley has encouraged me to follow that dream.
We have built a school that is good for my children and for your children and our neighbors' children, and we seek to become the premier elementary school in Denver.